If he took his content instead of really saying some of the things he said and concentrate him another way, he would be unstoppable. But I'm really interested to see what he comes out with, to see if he's going to use the trap music and try to go with what these guys going with instead of what we know is his true form. Like, is he going to change his paint and say like this? All the trap beats, right? All the doing trap music right now, that whole genre that just keep on sustaining it, right? That genre right there all look purple. Now, Eminem, when I looked at his stuff, I could actually see a lion. I could actually see, background. I could see trees, scenery. Now, I want to see if when he comes, is it purple? That's the proper way to see it. Because if he's purple, I'm not going with it.
Okay.
I ain't going with it because no matter how you dress it up, it's still mud.
It's still mud.
Unless your content made it where you're not mud. Like, and the reason I'm attacking, because I see the content is the meat of the sandwich, which is the lyrics. A lot of people say, it was just the beat. But when you bopping around and you got your kid in the backseat and the boy keeps talking about drugs and the things he's doing to women and other things, really that becomes something that goes into your brain.
It does. It's subliminal conditioning.
Yeah, it goes
programming.
Look at the how it is inside the ghetto.
In some cases.
Look at how it is where the ghettos where we live, and from the point where the ghettos where we live now, from the point where when my mom and them was kids. When my mom and them was kids, she said it was grown men singing them songs to us. All right, and then most they was singing about is getting something. Okay.
I was kind of sheltered, but it was out there. I just kind of sheltered from it. Not that I'm mad about it. I ain't mad at all because I just missed it. It's a chunk. In my era when I look back being young, when it came to that music and what was out there. I didn't get it till around 16. That's when Isley Brothers said, "Hello, it's me," and I was like, "What they say?"
Who said? What group said that?
Isley Brothers, "Hello, it's me."
What's that? What that song about? Love?
Yeah, "Hello, it's me" by Isley Brothers.
I don't know. I know I heard it, but I'm not familiar with it.
It's a major classic for them. It's probably their biggest classic. It starts with hello, 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 hello. Ooh.
I know.
Hello, it's me, baby. Thought about us for a long, long time. Maybe I think too much, but something's wrong. Something here, then something too long. Maybe I shouldn't think about as much as I do or something.
No, I know what you're talking about.
I lost it for a minute, got caught up. I used to know it word for word. It was my first slow drag, first dance, first everything at that age. And that was the song. My mom and them were sitting in the room. That's how it was. How should
Well, yeah, my mom was saying back in the day that it was more better because it was grown men singing, and she was like, when you look at it when we was coming up, the worst they was doing, they was gang banging too, a couple people getting stabbed and stuff, but she said it was far less worse than it is now.
It is and it was. And I mean, we had gangs. I grew up in Compton Crip territory. And I lived through the gangs. I got hit by the gang bangers and you lived and whatever. I mean, they would hit girls on their asses when they're walking home from school with belts. They'd hang out of the cars and stuff like that. So you be a part of that. But there was a difference. And first of all, we had romance back there. There's no romance. There's sex. They're singing about sex. They're not singing about love. They're singing about sex. Bang, 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 up, knock the pictures off the wall. Beyonce, LL kind of broke off a little bit in the backseat of the Jeep, but when Beyonce came out with the one about drunken love and all of that, those lyrics in that song leads to teen pregnancy, leads to teen drunkenness.
Yes,
You
that's
know,
right.
banging, knocking off the wall, getting drunk, and all of that. The lyrics are fierce, and I mean, I'm like, we talked about this a lot on the radio. I drag for her all the time because she's a lady. She's a confused woman that actually needs therapy, and I think she's a sex slave. And the American look at her and beehive her and all that, and she get glorified in that. That's glorification of self. Deal with that. That's her own personal religious journey. But as a female with that much power, well, she really don't have the power. Jay stole her freaking power, and I think I've been mad at her ever since she got married to him. But I realized that was an arranged wedding, and she really didn't have anything that she could do about it. She was sold to Jay-Z by her dad.
The way I look at it is purely on the artist's perspective, and my perspective is how it's put together, and my perspective is content. And so if your content is mud, Hero's against you, because what he's going to think is the machine done gave you money to say more things that's crazier and crazier.
But see, the thing about it with her is like that didn't happen until she got sold. She was a sex slave. Jay-Z owns her. Think about it. I'm making a metaphor. All right, her dad's in debt, going broke. He's got Destiny Child. She wasn't singing like that with Destiny Child. She was her own rising star. She'd have been a cutest little Barbie doll forever. Britney Spears, black girl. Her daddy makes the arrangement. Jay-Z takes old Papa Jay-Z big ass with his little bubble jacket. He rough cut up gangster on stage. Next thing you know, homeboy got a white tuxedo jacket, and then he go on tour. First tour he puts her on, she on the run. I said, babe, what you running for? You ain't got no business being on the run. When she on the run, he had her in all black. He stripped her of all her jewelry. She had no necklaces, no earrings, nothing. Then he put nets across her face and her mouth and her eyes. That means you can't talk. There's a picture, he got his hands across her holding one boob and the other one's holding her crotch. And he's standing behind her. And she's got this veil, that net over her face on the run. Give me a damn break.
Yeah, I see.
And that nigga's a pimp. And he became her, usurped her power. She tried to get away the first year, went and got a apartment in Los Angeles. It cost like $21,000 a month. He went there that 2 days later, shut that shit down, brought her back at home, and put her on the run. That woman's under siege. He got her stripped down naked like that, got her ass out there, pimping her, putting babies in her, then putting her ass out there half naked. Had her out there pregnant, hanging on the edge of fucking chair, trying to get attention for those fans he needs her to have so he can move money with Sony. He in bed with the white man, and when the white man get through his ass, they're going to Bill Cosby his ass. He ain't made a little Sanyo deals. He messed with iTunes. He got his little stuff. But when they get through with his ass, they going to Bill Cosby and knock him all the way down to the ground. That's white folks. They own that puppet.
Yeah, that's what I said.
He going around buying up all the boxers. He buying up all the industry, the music and shit. They just wanted him to be the controller of the niggas in the music industry, and they all make money. He's turning the money over. That boy gonna get done.
Well, I guess, see, you know, like I said again, from an artist's perspective, I just always look at, because I'm as a fellow artist, what are these people putting out? And again, I judge it on how it's put together and the content of it. If the content is mud, I'm against it. Now, giving somebody the game is different from teaching somebody the game. Right. Now, it's two different words right there, giving and teaching. Now, hey, listen, if you giving somebody the game and teaching somebody the game, which are two different things, let's just get into what kind of game it was. It wasn't a clean game, and apparently, I mean, I don't see too many people out here. Even the top level rappers, they don't have the kind of money Jay-Z is getting. So apparently a lot of people didn't learn off of listening to them daggone records. I'm one of them people who was very young but still, for some kind of reason, I just disliked it. Jay-Z. See, my brother and them, they was the ones with the chains on. They was the ones with the gold. They liked it. This guy, I did Wu-Tang. I liked it. Look, even strange people like Exhibit. I was a young traveler. I liked it. Exhibit. I liked it. The weird people like that had hip hop, but they was just not on the radar.
And I feel you on that, because it was such a movement, and in so many ways, even in our black culture and our black man, because everybody started emulating that culture and dress. So we're wondering what's going on as females. It was such a shift. It changed everything in the dynamics at those times. And that's why I think when we talk about love, it became a game. It became a hustle. It became a business. Even for women that are out there now, they're not worrying so much about nurturing homes. They're trying to create their own personal brands. Whether they have a real legitimate business or not, it's about their image. You know, I got to be seen like a Cardi, or I got to be seen like a Nicki, or I got to be seen like a Bey, or, or what am I? And it's competition on the outside instead of building up within the inside and being recognized. Because, there are times when I'm places and I speak in a church setting, and my posture and my mentality and my soul and my spirit is in another posture. And when I'm talking in those events, it has been said often that there was a light around me. There was this glow around me. I think that glow is in all of us. And it's whether or not we do things that smother the glow or allow the glow to shine.
No, your glow is called your aura.
Exactly.
But so the aura, you're right. And then now, like you said, it could be, like you said, smothered,
dimmed, darkened.
I like to say it changes. It's like two dominant colors. Whatever the good color is in the peaceful beings, and the beings that are of the agreeable nature, and then you got another color for the negative beings and the hateful beings, and they're the disagreeable nature. So I don't know the colors, like I can't say it's green or blue, but I know the good people look one way, in all of spirit in that form, and the bad people look another way. Yeah. Now look, I'm on Billboard. I've been on there. I was just to touch back on that, right? Top 6, but really I done counted down to 13. I just stopped. It's all trap music for the hip hop. And what I'm saying is, when we translate that again into picture world, everybody has a purple painting. Now, this one dressed it up this way, that one dressed it up that way, right? But realistically, think about it. It was only one originator who brought that music out. Shorty Red, wherever he at, he one of the ones that was like, I called it, he grandfathered it in. Cause Shorty Red banging with T.I. and them, he was making down south music, but I'm saying he was like the grandfather. But when I really heard what that sound is, what they got right now, that's when all of a sudden what's the name came out, what's the name, Zaytoven, wherever it came out, and he hit it so hard, and now everybody sound like Zach, see, and Migos.
Right, wow.
And you could clearly see who did it right and who did it wrong. Most of these people, first of all, let's just be honest. Most of these people that's coming out after Migos, that's still going on, got that same sound. They're not as successful as Migos. Secondly, they signed up, like you said, to somebody where it's going to be time to pay the piper, and Migos is a free group.
Okay.
They're not signed. They just bang with Coach K or the people they rocking with and putting their stuff out. Because think about it, once you sign anyway, they only going to put you on iTunes where you could have put your damn self for $200. Exactly. So now it's like they don't even sound or equal to Migos. It's just everybody got a purple